players of Dice Goblins. It's Peach.
Yeah, Grim. As soon as I get comfortable.
We are. Well, Grim is playing Elden
Yep, trying to do that whole dragon build. Dragon build. Why does it work with me?
Ring. Grim got new head.
The Tiny Tot's been playing with the Velcro on him.
Well, that's what tiny tots do.
Exactly. All right. Oh, I need this flower. No, I don't. I didn't need that flower. I did not need that flower at all. That was not the flower I thought I needed. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? What was I doing on this character? Specifically, this character was... we were doing... Okay, that was probably for, like, the map, I think. Yeah. Because we have dragon hearts now. Right? Yeah, we have 5 dragon hearts. How many rooms do I have? Yeah, I got enough rooms. Let's go down here. Trying to get alcohol... situated. Not playing my necromancer one.
I'm a little sad about that.
Well, actually, I'm really excited to do a whole dragon build. Because I'm not gonna lie, the necromancer was cool and all, but it takes a lot to get up there. I am not messing with this guy. He hurts. Oh, I need that here. Ooh. Flower. 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 That is loud in my ear. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Where was I at? Oop. There we go. Dragon cookbook. Alright. Now, we can purchase things. Dragony stuff. I have 5 of them. Huh, I could do... For you. Perfect. We'll just get all of those. Perfect. Now, I can't use those yet, because I don't have the stats for that. Because it just said 15 faith and like 12 arcane to bare minimum use it. So, but I do know that there's a... Where'd it go? Incantation charm. Here. The dragon one that boosts all the dragony things. Crap, I don't have one of those. Okay. I think I could purchase one. Still. Yeah, down here. In the corner. Down here. Purchase. One of those. Examine, use. There we go. Right. In the goop. In the goop. Alright. Here comes... Scary horse. Scary horse.
Oh.
Scary horse.
Weird. Is it a horse?
Yeah, it's a statue with two horses.
It looks like a weird mechanical combine.
Yeah, it basically is. Woo. Wrong button. Okay. Now I have to wait. Because there's a cool trick for this part. Because I found this out on my necromancer guy. So, he goes down, just like that. Then I wait till he goes there. Boop. Now I run. Run. Boop. Ooh, ow! Thought I had more time on him. Here we go. Okay. Now. I believe... I can't quite remember where all the items were in here. But one of the hidden ones is up here. Probably need those. Just need to make sure. Oh, yep. Yep. Okay, I deserve that. I didn't deserve that. Forgot about him. I haven't done this dungeon in a little while.
Yeah.
Forgot about him. Crap. Alright. Back into the slog. Boop. Like green jello on entry. Here it shows up. Running and we're running and we're running. And we're in here. And we're going. Come on. Make it. Perfect. And down we go. Okay. Kind of kicked me in the knee there, but no big deal. Oh no, I hear him. No! I missed you by so much! Okay, let's try this again. Doop. Into the goo once more. This is not the Lake of Rod again.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did not like that place. I think I hate these places more, though, just for this guy. And people have tried to jump from here. Going. Going. All right. Gotta wait for him. Right here. Come on. A little closer. There we go. Okay. Back to the earlier squarage. Fire's gonna pop up. Fire's gonna pop up. It just goes away, and we run. And we run, and we run, and we protect against this guy. Drink some of that. Fire. It's sparkly. Then we run again. Okay, now I'm trying to remember where. I think I need to go down here. Aha! I knew one of you did that. Happens all the time. What you doing? Oh, okay. I was just curious. Wait. You need my phone?
Yeah, so I can share.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There. Sorry, I was turning off the weird alarm that was going to go off. Did I need an item in here? No, I don't think there was an item in here. I can't remember. No! There's this item ahead. What was that item in this place again? Don't expect a surprise attack. That's right, there is... I don't have arrows. Do I have a bow yet? Oh no. Well, I only need the one item. Oh, this is not gonna be great. We're just gonna run. This is gonna get bad. Yep, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. That's all I needed. Oh, there's the other guy. Right on time. Hello, Steve. I fell. Hey, look! I didn't even realize there was a ledge here. Now, how do I not be here? Because that just looks like death. Behold here. Yes. Down ahead. That's right, I don't have... Okay, well, here we go. Rumpo rump. Oh, okay. Oh, there's some stairs. Cool. Where am I? I thought that was going to go far worse. I thought I was going to die there. I don't even know where I'm at now. Neat. Oh, there's a dude there. Hello, dude. With a halberd. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I blame you. Okay, that was not the item I was after. That was a trinket, yes, but I mixed them up, so I have to go back down here. Into the cello. All right. Back down here. Over here. It's already on its way back up. You. That's going down. Spin it here. Pop the shield. I guess I could have gone there. Yeah, because he's about to turn around right now. Oh, that got rid of that guy, though. Oh, that's where I died. Look at that. I don't need those. So we're just going to wait until he spins around. I'm gone. We're out of here. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Keep going, keep going. And then it's up. Gotta go up. Gotta go up. Gotta go up. Before it shows up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right here. Now then, I wait for the guy to show up. Probably be best to see the alcove. Hello. Ow! Dude, hit me from that far away. Do I have daggers? Nope. I don't have those yet. Okay. Oh, I just opened that, sure. I hear him. Now I don't have daggers, so I can't kite this man. Do I have anything of that persuasion? Oh, I do have daggers. Okay. I gotta wait until this. Just gotta wait until that guy comes back. Because I got to time this right. And now I run away! And now I'm safe. And that guy is right there. Hey, horseman, you're supposed to come back up here and hit that guy before he comes around the corner. Before he comes around the corner. Now turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Horseman. That's what I needed. Ah. And then I'll loot whatever he left behind in here. Which is like dragon grease. But the thing I got was this fancy little deal. Which is the dragon communion seal. Which boosts the dragon breath weapons and stuff.
Okay.
So. Now, to get out of here real quick, there's a simple solution. You want to know what that is?
Die.
Yes.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
I was joking.
Take me, horse! I probably shouldn't have said it that way.
Probably not, but that's
Probably shouldn't have said it that way.
okay. Are you ready for questions?
Yeah,
Okay.
certainly. Yeah, right now I'm just picking up items.
Do you want D&D questions, video game questions, life questions,
D&D.
silly questions?
Love D&D questions. Always down to answer them.
So I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to answer the question first, and then I will answer.
Okay.
What was your first D&D character ever?
Wingover was his name.
Okay, tell me about Wingover.
Wingover was in 2nd edition. He was I almost said Sagittarius. Centaur. He's a centaur.
Sagittarius. He
He's
like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a centaur. He was a cleric centaur, and in 2nd edition, you could still wield very heavy weapons and stuff as a centaur. He was pretty dope. He could get like 2 hoof attacks and a club swing or a mace swing.
Okay.
And cast some spells. He was pretty good. Became very devastating on the battlefield once he learned to call lightning as a cleric spell.
So, my first D&D character ever was actually in a game that Grim DM'd, because Grim is who got me into D&D, and it was a pixie named Uber Waifu.
Yeah, we had other people name it. So.
Yeah, I didn't know what to name it, and so we let the other people in Grimm's party that I was running with name it. But waifu is what eventually she started to go by. And so she was a pixie that rode around on a penguin, and she was a sorcerer. And I just thought it was cool. Like when he asked me if I wanted to play D&D, I was like, okay, can I be a pixie? Or no, can I ride a penguin? That was the question.
Yep.
Only if I could ride around on a penguin, and so he made that work.
Yep.
So it was cool. It was really fun. All right. What is the wildest thing a player has done in one of your campaigns?
Oh, there's so many.
Just one. Just pick one.
Trying to rifle through all those. Well, I'll go with one wild story. They threw a preacher, a clergy guy, at a roper.
Okay.
Which is like this big stalagmite-looking creature with an eyeball and tentacles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they fed it some sort of basically love potion. So they literally threw this drugged up preacher and roper. Yeah, they threw the drugged up preacher at the roper and threw a cocktail bomb of this love potion at the roper, and they just left. Wild.
This wasn't because I've never run a camp. Well, I'm running one campaign. It's the first one though, and I feel like nothing like really wild has happened, except one of the players didn't want to fight like one the creatures because they thought they didn't want to hurt them. And then she realized they were the bad guys. She's also like 9 years old, so you know. But probably one of the wildest things I've seen in one of the campaigns you've run. Besides like when our chaos gremlin like threw down a Tarask tooth. Or no, it wasn't a Tarask tooth.
No, it was.
It was a Tarask tooth. And we ended up fighting a giant Tarask.
It was a jar of teeth.
Jar of teeth.
Yeah, that summoned it.
I would have to say, one of the first campaigns I ever did with Graham was a Curse of Straw campaign. And there was this guy in there who, I think he was kind of new to D&D maybe. And I say that as someone who had only played for like 6 months at that point. But the basic rule of D&D is don't split the party, right? Don't split the party. The first thing he did when we got into Barovia was split the party. He walked off into the fog by himself. Because, you know, that seemed like a great idea at the time.
Right.
And then when we were at the winery, Strahd was just like chilling, and he screamed at him and attacked him from like. And we were all
right.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? It's horrible. Yeah, that's probably the wildest thing I've seen happen.
Yeah. That one was pretty crazy, not gonna lie.
What is your favorite class to play?
Oh, my summon didn't last long. I don't think I'm gonna last long. Yeah, he bit the bullet real hard. Usually he's a tanky kind of guy.
Grim's in a pretty tight battle right now, so I'll
Oh, hold on. Yeah, give me 2 seconds to die. What was that?
Favorite D&D class?
Oh, God, I'm a forever DM so much.
I shouldn't laugh at that. But.
I mean, I started with cleric. I go back to that so hard because, you know, so many people don't play clerics or the healer, so to speak, because, you know, they think, oh, all I have to do is heal all the time. Well, not necessarily. A cleric can have a decent amount of armor class. They can punch really hard, depending upon the weapon that they have, or their magic can hurt. But I think my favorite absolute was the true necromancer from 3.5. That or the soul eater from 3.5. Those were both prestige classes, though.
Yeah.
They were fun classes, though. I am not prepped for that guy.
Alright, so my favorite D&D class to play is Wild Magic Barbarian. I love being a barbar. I love going up and like wailing on stuff. So Wild Magic Barbarian is probably what I go to the most. In a lot of the games that Grim runs, if I'm playing, I'm usually just like the tanky person in a party full of magic users, or I'm playing a healer in a party full of tanky people. So anytime I get to be a Wild Magic Barbarian, I'm happy.
Going.
Okay. Favorite monster to throw at your players?
Favorite monster? I guess Mimic. Mimics are pretty good. You know, especially for low-end guys. really gets them to, question doors and stuff, and, make sure that they actually check it for traps and stuff like that.
Right.
But for the most part, I think here, favorite all-time monster, I guess, would be... I've used so many. Can't really say I have an absolute favorite. It all depends on the circumstance and where they are in the storyline. I guess Solomon Grundy. He was a fun one. He was personally created in Pathfinder First Edition. He was meant to be a low-end villain. So basically, he was a zombie that gained sentience.
Oh, okay.
That's the rules that he was running with, was a zombie with sentience. And instead of killing him, the party decided to side with him because, again, his weird question was, can undead evolve like human, like other life forms can? Can the dead evolve? And all he wanted was the dead bodies of the city. And they're like, oh, well, are you going out and, getting these bodies fresh? And he's like, no, I literally take them from the graveyards, or honestly, I take them from beggars who, like, say, hey, I'll pay you for your body when you pass. And they're like, oh, well, dope. We're not going to end your enterprise. So because of that, they sided with the dude, and after a while, they just gave him a mine. Like, they acquired a mine, but in the lower areas of that mine, it was all radioactive material that would cause you to become a ghoul. So so they gave him those lower layers of that mine, so he could just mess around, and anytime they would bring him bodies of magical monsters or whatever, he would pay them in platinum bars that he mined for them. But in the end, he literally became like a deity, the new deity, god of death in the Pathfinder, because they just gave him dead people, and after a while, they even tried to figure out a way to give him an undead demon, which was fascinating. Okay. I'm trying to remember where I'm going here. Oh, I'm being attacked.
So one to try to remember. My favorite monster so far has got to be Mimic. I have to agree with that. So the only campaign that I've ever run is a campaign. It's called Toytopia, and Toytopia, basically all of the players are toys that live in these two twins' bedroom, and they had to sneak into the dad's office to find, I think they had to find like scissors and
something like that. Yeah.
There was something else, and I can't remember right off the top of my head at this moment. But they were so sure that I was gonna throw a mimic at them. There was like a treasure chest that the dad used as a paperweight on the desk, and like all of these things that they were 100% sure were.
Oh yeah.
And none of them were, except for like
absolutely hilarious.
There was one thing at the very end, and I was like, yeah, it's like this thing straight out like licks you and attacks you.
Yeah.
And it finally got them like all nice and comfortable thinking attack. Lured them into a false sense of security there. So.
I don't have any of those things.
All right. What is the worst TPK you have ever witnessed?
Oh, I've seen so many. You never really enjoy a TPK, to be perfectly honest. You don't ever really want that. It always feels bad for the most part. I think the worst one was when I ran a birthday game for somebody, and they, like, I had a storyline. It was all a one shot. I had a nice storyline laid out that, you know, the city was celebrating its anniversary or whatnot, and the group ended up they played goblins who, instead of trying to help each other or whatnot, just wanted to do the most unhinged thing they could find. So some of them, literally after they were attacked by guards for a misunderstanding, decided to flay the guards and wear them into town. It was a bad idea all around. I was trying to warn them, trying to give them an out. I literally brought several of them back, and they still ended up dead. It was bad.
Okay. Worst TPK I've ever seen. Again, we're going back to Curse of Strahd, obviously. We were playing Curse of Strahd. Grim was the DM, and we were at the winery, and it was that whole, like, the dude, it wasn't the one where the dude yelled. We started fighting, and someone else yelled something. And in that game, when you yell things, bad things happen.
Yes.
And so we started fighting like hundreds of they probably have an actual name, but I don't remember it, so I'm just calling them tree people.
Tree people.
My character ended up being stabbed through by like 20 branches and then thrown down a well.
Oh yeah, they were blights.
Yeah,
Tree blights. Or twig blights. Something to that effect.
But none of us survived. All of us died. Every single one of us. So we all had to make brand new characters to come back and then fight our old characters as zombies.
Yeah. I was making thematic. Ooh.
Oh no, it was very totally on brand, very on theme.
I got a big shield.
Super fun.
Look at the shield. My character is slowly coming along to not being naked.
Alright. How do you handle players who derail the plot?
Well, it depends. Honestly, it depends on the game and the player itself. Sometimes I should probably mix stuff. Like, it depends on how they're derailing the plot. Are they doing it because, like, they're just having fun? And are they creating new plot strings? Because they usually just make a giant sandbox. Or are they just, like, derailing it because they're just being talky or chatty? And it's just talking about their life in general and not the actual game itself. Because then I try to convene and say something.
So not derailing the plot as a character, derailing the plot above the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have near... Grim has been a DM for 25 years at this point.
Something like that.
20 years, 25 years.
Something like that.
I don't have near that much experience as a DM. And I've not really had anyone really derail the plot in game. Definitely out of game, that happens a lot. And the biggest campaign I've done is one with children that has children playing in it.
Mm-hmm.
Our children, some friends of my niece in it, and so anytime there's children involved, the plot can get derailed pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But
it's still fun and it's neat to watch them learn.
In search of
the Elden Ring.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Infinite. Market the fell omen. Yup. We're gonna call on this guy. I used to do it more so, just to make sure the story goes in a direction that I like, / more for, I will definitely fudge rolls if, like, smaller kids are playing. I really need to throw up my shield more often.
I have not fudged dice rolls. I have, though, on the fly things, like how many hit points a monster has to make it not as deadly. But I've never fudged.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ow.
Ooh, what's your favorite?
Hold on a moment. This guy's kicking off his very aggressive stance.
We'll wait. We'll take questions for after.
Thank you. Backstabbing. This. Ow! Shouldn't have done that at that time. I'm doing pretty good. This is the first time I'm fighting him all like this. Was not expecting to do so well. Yeah. Ow. Okay, you could back off a sketch. And Puppy, you can also back off his coach. Ooh, I forgot he does that little number. I know, I'm not going to win, though. Because of that. Because of that. I also can't do enough damage. Not while I'm defending every time. Because he's supposed to be like that weird trainer boss to teach you to die. And not quite the same, but basically, see, I'm gonna die. Because I don't have enough damage output. I was hoping that one wizard would stay alive a little bit longer.
You got real close, though.
Yeah. Really close. I don't know how he almost died at the end.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Another cutscene?
No.
Okay. So, what is your favorite homebrew?
Crit cards. Those are fun.
Yeah.
It adds a little bit more spice to crits. And fumbles. I mean, I'd rather use those than fumble and crit tables, because those can always go weird.
So, Grim usually has cards he uses if someone crumbles.
Crumbles? If someone crumbles.
Or
okay.
Fumble.
As soon as someone crumbles. Got it.
As soon as someone crumbles, no, Grim has crit cards and fumble cards. And so, like, it just gives an extra something if you crit and a little extra something if you fumble. The worst one, though, of the crit and fumble cards is there's a fumble one, and we've only ever seen it drawn one time, and I'm the one who drew it. It was you fumble in such a way that your weapon instantly captures.
Yeah.
And that was bad. That was real bad. That was in the dungeon problem. I don't get attached to characters.
I need some of these.
Alright.
That's the flower I need. That Erd Tree flower.
I know the answer to this question is yes. Have you ever run or played in a horror-themed campaign?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Horror is Grim's bread and butter. I hate horror. I would not watch anything that was scary. I would not play video games that were scary. I would not watch TV shows or movies that were scary. Grim has kind of started to get me through some of that.
Woohoo!
Here. I still can't do things that are like super gory or body horror. That makes me cringe quite a bit. But like probably right now one of my favorite things is I like to watch I rewatch often while I am working. So I have something to listen to. Five Nights at Freddy's. I watch Markiplier play it. Or I'll watch like Jacksepticeye play something scary. Getting better about the scary stuff. Did you get summoned into someone else's?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, they're gonna watch a cutscene, but I'm gonna skip it.
Do you prefer roleplay heavy or combat heavy?
It depends. Depends on the style of that game. If we're doing a battle royale, obviously I'm going for something heavy. But if we're going for like a full-fledged campaign, I'd rather do roleplay.
Oh, I think in a campaign you have to have a good mix of roleplay and combat.
Yeah.
So like in a one-shot, like there's not really sometimes time for a lot of roleplay. Like you're just situations really. Sometimes roleplay works in that, but I feel like any one-shot I've been in is more.
Yeah. He's almost gone, though.
Best
There it goes.
of advice.
For new DMs?
Best advice.
Oh, have fun. I know that sounds like really weirdly cliche or some junk, but have fun. Try not to stress out about it a lot. Definitely don't over prep because you'll lose your mind. Oh, there's probably people who are going to be after me as soon as I spawn in. Yep, there he is.
Probably my best piece of advice is have someone in your party that has DM'd before, because there are questions you're going to get asked that you have no idea how to answer without looking it up, which is fine. Like, take time, look it up if you need to. But having someone there who's DM'd before and can kind of help you field some of that stuff or show you where to find some of those things, I've thought has been really helpful. Kind of the only, I feel like that's the only way I've made it through Toytopia as far as we have. So
Bouncing off of ideas, or bouncing ideas off of others, is a fantastic way to do this. Reaching out for help is always great. What else? Don't sweat the small stuff.
Hey, Falcon's here. What's up, Falcon? We're doing some Q&A. Let's see. Have you ever cried during a D&D session?
Yes.
What happened?
There were actually several games that I got touched with, so to speak, or had touching moments with. See, like the first one, I killed my mom's character.
Oh.
Yep. So, Wingover that I told you about earlier. Whenever I said he got quite powerful once he learned how to call lightning. Remember that magical spell?
Yeah.
The reason why I know it so well and why it got so powerful is because I learned what range of effect meant with spells. As my mom was in the range of effect of a lightning bolt as I hit an enemy. And I nuked her character that she'd had for 12 years.
Oh no, Graham.
It was her longtime character. Yes, I nuked it. Nuked it so hard.
Probably the only time I've ever cried during D&D is when Lord Fuzzler became a god. So my first ever character again was a pixie. Rode around on a penguin. She was adorable. And the penguin became kind of the de facto like mascot for the party. They would not let anything happen to him, but he also got like really powerful. And so Grim wrote into the story that the penguin Fuzzler basically didn't become a god. And I full on.
Well, that was dumb of me. I shouldn't have tried to fight on horseback, not with that weapon.
Oh, I can answer this question for you. Do you allow evil aligned characters at your table?
Oh, what's my answer?
Yes. Absolutely. We are okay with evil aligned characters. Usually the evil aligned character is me.
You're more like chaotic.
Well, I've been playing some more evil ones lately.
Yeah.
Than the ones
Oh, you didn't have to blow the horn, dude. We were all just fine. We were all good and having a good time.
What is your favorite D&D setting? Chaotic evil, yes. Chaotic. What's your favorite D&D setting?
D&D setting,
Make it a little easier. Like, your favorite place to start out, like a session, for your
for NPCs anywhere, but for PCs, let's see, I know I used to start them off in a tavern all the time. Especially whenever I was younger, I would start them off in a tavern all the time. But now, honestly, I try to stick to like backstories a lot more. Except for the random dungeon crawl folks. That's always, hey, you wake up on the floor.
You wake up on the floor of a dungeon. You don't know where you are or how long you've been here.
Yeah, that's one of my other favorite ways of starting things. It's called the kick the door in method.
Throw them into it.
Yeah, you just throw them into it, and that could be literally in a fight.
That has happened in the dungeon crawl. We've like literally woken up and like there's spells blasting over our heads. Dungeon crawl is insane. So on Wednesday nights, Grim runs a dungeon crawl that is just like, basically it's just like, see how long you can survive, have multiple backup characters ready. I think the most characters I went through in a session is 3. Falcon says the amnesia method where the PCs know nothing about themselves. Oh, that's fun too.
I want to do one of those at some point.
I've watched someone do that, but I haven't been in a game with them.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that one where everybody has blank character sheets.
It's like I roll, like, do a wisdom check and you roll a 10 and like the DM adds it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you what your
like,
modifier was. Yeah.
That would be fun to do. You would almost have to do that in person. That would be really hard to do online.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, next question. What do you think of one-on-one D&D?
They're not bad. Depends on who you're running with, or running for, so to speak. But it does get people out of their shell more often. That's for sure. And it does make a very faster game. That's for sure.
Really fast.
A faster game. I'm sorry.
When I was pregnant, we did a lot of that because I wasn't on bed rest, but I was told basically,
Yeah.
stop doing shit. Stop doing things.
Yeah.
Stay at home and don't go anywhere and keep your feet up.
Got to call you out on that.
Yeah. And so we played a lot of one-on-one because I literally couldn't we couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So we would just sit in our living room and I would prop my feet up on our couch and we would play D&D. Falcon says that he had a PC who kept forgetting his character sheet and then making a new character. Told him it was okay since he didn't make a backstory for himself.
I've had that happen too.
Yep.
That has happened quite a bit. Or people would forget character sheets, so we just like start a brand new thing, and people would get frustrated going, why do we need to start new? Well, if you remembered your character sheets. Yes, a lot. That's why everybody now hands him a character sheet. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Last D&D question we have. Have you ever let the dice completely dictate the story?
Oh, yeah, the random dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dice completely arrange everything. From my monster, well, it's not even really dice anymore. It's literally a numerical chart of a API script that I have run for, let's see, on my monsters, 7,000 outcomes, magic 3,000 something outcomes, items 4,000.
Falcon responded, he said in the end, I made his backstory that he was a doppelganger who had amnesia through the campaign form.
Nice.
Didn't remember. That's awesome.
I think I've only had one player play a doppelganger or a shifter. Oh, I'm being summoned.
All right. Do you want video game questions next?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Favorite video game of all time?
Video game of all time? Oh, he just ran in there, didn't he? He just ran in there. Okay.
Yeah, you should probably go with him.
Yep, I'm going. I'm going. Okay. I'm following. I don't know what we're waiting on.
Oh, you're waiting. Favorite video game?
He realized he couldn't have me here.
Okay.
Because it was blocking me from going further, and so it was blocking him too. So he sent me home. It's like a tarnished finger knife or something.
I gotcha.
Shrubbery. So favorite game of all time. I think Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Because that got me into RPGs.
Okay. If you would have asked me that question before I started playing my time at Porsche, the answer would be Um, The Little Mermaid on PlayStation 1.
Man.
I used to love that game. I played it all the time. That was my favorite. Falcon wants to know if you tried to do Elden Ring 9 right now.
No, not yet. I don't even own it.
We're working on that.
Yeah. Don't even have it yet. Ow. Ow. I really didn't want to be invaded by... I really didn't want to do this fight. Can I run?
Do you remember the first video game you ever played?
The first video game I ever played? Oh...
While you're thinking about that, Falcon Omega says it's fun. It feels like a fascinating film.
Yeah, it sounded like it was. Oh, great. This is awesome. I'm just having the best luck of my whole time here. I am still being chased by a dude. Still being chased.
Wolfnado.
Right. Okay, I think he went away.
Okay, so the first game I remember playing was Duck Hunt
Nice.
with my brother. That probably wasn't the first one. I also remember playing on my parents had like old computers. There was this game where you were like a little kid on a school bus and you had to pick up all the kids on the school bus route and drop them all back off on the school bus route. But it was like literally a game for like preschoolers.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I loved it. The first video game, do you remember?
I think it was Mario on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I think it was Mario on Super Nintendo. Yeah, that gray and purple one.
PC gaming or console gaming?
I'd rather do PC, to be perfectly honest. Just because I like modding. And I like tearing apart video games whenever I get bored with them. Or after I beat them. And I could do that far easier on a PC.
I like PC better.
But it gets expensive quick.
Yeah. Ooh, our favorite game to play together.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Stardew Valley. Or the one where the moving company one.
I'd rather play Stardew
Yeah,
Valley
I know
with you.
would. I like it.
I just like timers. That's really it.
Most rage-inducing game.
Oh, that's any Dark Souls.
in Dark Souls. I think my most rage-inducing game moment is there was a cooking game that we played together.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That
And
thing was pretty hardcore.
I thought that we were gonna like.
It was like Overcooked or something.
Oh yeah, Overcooked. It was Overcooked 2. It was the second one. We were yelling at each other. It was not pleasant. We stopped.
Yeah, we recognized some things that were not great.
Baldur's Gate 3 is one of our favorite ones to play together.
Ow.
We play it together a lot.
Yeah, we've not really gone past like chapter 2 though.
We were actually going to play Baldur's Gate 3 tonight, except I have a tiny bit of a cold.
I think I'm going in a random direction now.
And I didn't feel like I would make good cognitive decisions. Although I...
Do you really make good cognitive decisions?
Hey!
Where
I
am
see
I?
Overcooked being a rage inducer. Oh my gosh, it is such a rage inducer. I have friends that won't play it together because they're pretty sure it will destroy their marriage entirely.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it, and they're like, no, like we were supposed to play it together.
Yeah.
And it's almost a game where, like, if you have 2 people, that's great, but you really need like 3 or 4 people to play it at the same time. Alright. What is your guilty pleasure game?
Guilty pleasure game? Like a game where I'll just go back to mindlessly, or?
Yeah. Or the one that you play that you don't really want anyone else to know you play. The content aren't necessary to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Like anybody who sides with Shadowheart. No, I'm kidding.
Shadowheart. Awful.
Oh, I'm at the Church of Ella.
I don't know why I can't stand her. Literally.
Man, I am going in the
fine.
random direction here. Mm-hmm. I need...
Anyway, guilty pleasure game or game you go back to over and over again. Harlock is the best. Yes, Falcon Omega. Yes. 1000%.
Can't think of a game where I just go back to it.
Mine is definitely my time at Portia. I could play that game over and over again.
Yeah, I can't really think of one where it's like a guilty pleasure that's like you don't want people to know about it or anything like that, or even just like I go back to it nonstop. I mean, when I was younger, it was Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Oh yeah, that was yours.
Yeah, that was mine. Not a lot of Wind Waker things.
I need to level up.
Favorite video game?
Okay. The hilarious part is my favorite video game villains all come from one video game.
Okay.
They're hands down my favorite. They're just like the best NPCs. Was Chrono Cross. And no, that's the game's name, was Chrono Cross.
Okay.
The names of the villains were Salt and Pepper.
I love that.
They were hilarious. They were literally like the Team Rocket crew. But one was like a short roundish guy, and the other one was a very tall, slim man. Salt and Pepper Shakers.
I love that.
And they would like try to hurt you, or there was also Discaria. Discaria, I love the penguins, the pennies. They were hilarious.
Okay. My favorite video game villain is Bowser. Bowser is the best. He's just out there. He's trying to support his children. He's trying to steal his girlfriend back. Like, I'm fully convinced that he and Peach are in love and the Koopa children are her kids. And I know that's wrong, but I don't care. But it's Bowser.
I'm gonna get some people to help me
He
here.
just wants to take care of his people. Ever 100% completed a game? Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Several. Too many.
There was one game that I could only get 99.9% in, though.
Oh, hey, Robert's in here. What's up, Robert?
Hello.
Do you prefer story-driven games or open world?
That's a catch, really.
While you're thinking about that, Falcon says, my favorite was a villain from the Tales of the Game or the PS2 villain, awesome voice actor. Voice actor 2 weeks ago. Story-driven or open world?
For the most part, open world. I'd rather do open world like this.
I like a mix of both. Like, I want there to be a storyline, but I also want to be able to go do like side things that I want to do. I think that's why I like Stardew Valley so much, because there's a storyline there. But and like things like my time at Portia and my time at Sandrock, there's storylines that use it a little bit.
Oh, he threw me right off the ledge.
Robert says, I took a break from reliving my childhood from the early 2000s by playing Red Alert 2 to check out the stream. My favorite video game villain, Arcturus Mint from the StarCraft series.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I liked Kerrigan from there.
Ooh, here's a good one. Okay. If you could live in any game world, which one would it be?
Definitely not this one.
Falcon also says Gravity, the Soul games were similar.
Yeah. Definitely not this one. Probably... Oh, man. There are... I'm not entirely sure which one I would like the most. Because they all have their messed up qualities, too. Of any of the games that I like.
Yeah.
Like, if I say Warhammer 40k, well, I'm not living past my 10th year.
Right.
Because I'll be mixed into chum. Is this guy getting summoned or not? No. Come on. I thought there was another one being summoned.
Ooh, Falcon said Pal World or Pokemon for his...
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know, there's some very terrifying stuff in there, too, if you really read all the lore.
There was this game that... I played through it, and we have the second one, I just haven't played through it. But you could, like, run a coffee shop?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That one. That one was just like...
Coffee talk.
Yeah, coffee talk. It's like monsters are real, and you're just like chilling on it.
I need to not be near the ledge.
Most hours you put into a...
But, that would be Final Fantasy X Part 2. To try and get a full 100%, but I can only get a 99.9 because I messed up. There was an error code somewhere that wouldn't let me get the 100. So I spent easily 500 something dollars in it. And 400 of which was at the 99. Oh, that guy died already. Okay. Yeah, I'm not making this one.
Stardew Valley. I've played Stardew Valley. A lot.
Yeah, Stardew Valley would be fun, but...
I like being a farmer. I had a farm that was on, like... I think it sometimes has I think that sucks. I had a farm that was, like, on year 4 or 5.
Something like that, yeah.
Stardew Valley is really relaxing, Robert. So relaxing that sometimes I will fall asleep while playing it, which is fun. Falcon says, Sins of a Solar Empire for me got over 2,000 hours between game 1 and 2.
Honestly, I'd have to look at my Steam, because honestly, it holds all my game
Oh, you know what? I can look at your Steam. We can find out together.
Because I know for a fact I played a decent amount of, like, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And PlayStation games like Final Fantasy X Part 2. But I own that game on Steam now. But I think it's under games. All games. Oh yeah, Skyrim. That makes sense.
Skyrim, yeah. So on Steam, it's Skyrim. Skyrim, Baldur's Gate 3, and then Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is all me.
Yeah. It definitely ain't me. Because honestly, it should have been Divinity Original Sin.
Divinity is up there.
Okay.
House Flipper, which is all me.
Yeah, that's all you.
My Time at Sandrock and My Time at Porsche, all me.
That's mostly you, yeah.
Diesel, no.
No, you're supposed to be in bed, dude. I know you want to be out here and having fun, but you're supposed to be in bed.
Oh, Fallout 4 is up there.
Yeah.
Echoes of Plum Grove is mostly. Cult of the Lamb.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah, easy play. Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, that's mostly you.
Yup. Among Us. This is me. Well, in Clayton.
Yeah. I gotta get a better Sijic going here. I also just need better stats all around. I have the hit points. I am Turtle, but that's about it.
Okay, question from Robert.
Okay.
When playing CCRPG, do you prefer full marshals, casters, or partial casters? Obviously, this doesn't apply to every CCRPG, but I'm primarily going off of also Roller Coaster Tycoon is the best. And yes, for the Monster Hunter. So, again, the question is, prefer full marshals, casters, or partial casters?
Honestly, I play all of it, but I would prefer. I try to play anything with a dark motif spellcasting, but I can't always get that due to the fact that most games don't put in necromancy. It's where I gotta turn down the music on this thing again.
Oh, it's just going to fight.
Yeah, it's this one a lot. It will crank itself up to no end. Because of the background music, it's, you know, they really want the crescendo stuff to happen a lot. Ow. Got him. Oh yeah, I tested it out.
Huzzah, victory! Indeed. Robert says my preference is either for players, which means doesn't happen.
Right.
I like to be the hitty person.
Hey, I got a couple levels. Okay. Level up, level up, level up. 2 levels.
Game that you wish had a sequel.
Games that I wish I had a sequel. Not wish. Let's see here. Final Fantasy X. It already has a sequel, but it almost had a third. But they backed out of it. They had a teaser trailer, which honestly the teaser was awful. But I do still wish that they went through with it just to see what would happen and what they could see, do with it.
Falcon says, I played a fighter in a no magic setting once, and that started my love for fighters. Back to the previous question. Games I wish had a sequel right now is Blueprints, because I want to know what
all the
giant
secrets.
castle is in the bottom of the house. Shining Souls, wish they would have continued that series from Atlas. Sorry, I can't read here. I don't have my glasses. Which game has the best boss fights?
Oh. Well, if you want to challenge, any of the Souls or Souls-like games are always... Those are challenging in themselves.
I feel like these, like the ones you've been playing, like maybe sometimes
the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it.
This game almost seems mean to ask you this question.
What?
If you could erase your memory and replay one game fresh, what would it be?
Yeah, it's kind of mean.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's the spirit.
Especially since my memory does go, and that's one reason why I can play video games again. It's like, oh yeah, I don't remember any of this.
Falcon says Souls-like games always have the best boss fights. Borderlands. Ooh, Borderlands had great boss introductions. You are right.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Their intros are always great.
I haven't played Borderlands in a long time.
No, we haven't.
In Borderlands, the last time we played, Grim was the thing that can turn. It's like a robot.
The tank girl.
The tank girl, and would turn into a robot that I could sit in the top in the turret and basically just shoot people and not get hit.
Yeah, because I adjusted it so well that you could never actually suffer damage. Where am I going here?
Robert said, I don't have too many games I want a sequel for, especially with the policies of modern gaming companies, but I would have loved a Pokemon Z in order to fix the issues of X and Y. They're releasing Pokemon ZA, but it's going to be restricted.
Well, yeah, because they can't polish anything that they have. They're Nintendo. They suck a lot right now because they just want to polish their what is it? Oh, court system. Or how much they're in court.
Okay, so back to the question. If you could erase your memory and play one game fresh,
Master Monster Tamer.
okay.
That's a weird one, but it's basically a weird Pokemon game, but instead of Pokemon, you would have monsters that would follow you around. You could have up to like 3, I think. You'd fight teams of like 4 or more, but it's in the same universe as like was it Dungeon Quest? No, not EverQuest. EverQuest was a different series.
Malcolm said, I enjoy Borderlands games, but I don't play them. One of the game was quite rude and insulting to my brother at the convention.
Oh, that sucks.
You know, that does suck. Robert said Dragon Quest.
That's what it was, Dragon Quest. Yeah. It's based off of Dragon Quest, but you can... All the monsters in the Dragon Quest series, you could tame. It was a Game Boy knockoff competitor for Pokemon. and you had to get the title Master Monster Tamer or Master Monster Breeder were the titles. So you could like marry monsters off to each other to get the rarer and rarer monsters. I played so much of it that it literally read 99.99 on the hours in the Game Boy.
Okay, that is all the video game questions.
Oh, this one sucks.
Okay, so do you want personal life questions, silly off the wall questions, D&D lore and world building questions, or would you rather style questions?
You pick. I picked the last two.
Hold on. Robert said, I always enjoyed the art of Dragon Quest. Kira Toriyama always really.
I still picked up the item.
Okay, let's do Would You Rather. Would you rather fight 100 kobold-sized dragons or one dragon-sized?
What?
That's the question. 100 kobold-sized dragons or one dragon-sized kobold?
One dragon-sized kobold?
I think one dragon-sized kobold would be about 100 kobold.
Yeah, it depends. Are they pseudo-dragons? Because then it falls into the same ballpark.
It doesn't give any other information.
Okay, because either way, you know, like if they're pseudo-dragons, then the way to defeat the kobold is the same, which is you just have something shiny.
I agree. Neither scenario is particularly optimal.
Right. It's not that great, no matter what.
It's 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Would you rather always roll 20s on attack or always pass ability checks? So you crit on every attack, or you always pass your ability checks?
Depends on what I'm playing. Ow. Oh, wow, I got loot from all 3 of them.
Jonathan said one dragon-sized kobold. Yes, 100 kobold-sized dragons would all still have breath attacks.
No breath attacks.
Oh my gosh, that would be so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awful.
It would so cinderize you, depending on the type of dragon.
Cinder
But
Kingdom and sacrifice.
okay,
Sorry.
again, watching too much Archer. No. So what was the question again? Because I'm now got distracted.
It's okay. Always roll 20s on attacks or always pass ability checks.
Oh yeah. So like if I'm playing a rogue, always 20s on attacks. Duh. For that sweet sneak attack. That or paladin. But if you're a skill monkey, then definitely ability checks. It all depends on what you're playing. Okay, now I could get those items, or I could leave.
Would you rather have infinite gold or one wish spell?
Context of D&D?
Yeah.
You could do so much with Wish. Infinite gold would be... I mean, you could solve every problem, too, with that money. So it's not really a great question, per se. Ow, I'm on fire.
Also depends on the system, as I play several games where you don't have 20, but you still need to make skill checks.
Yeah.
I'd take the gold because the wish would still have stipulations.
Depending on which system of Wish you have.
I agree with Falcon on that one. I feel like there's a lot of stipulations that come with Wish. Don't break the world kind of stipulations. And I would just want to break the world.
Yeah, you are chaotic that way.
Right. Would you rather be stuck in The Witcher or the Dark Souls universe?
Oh, God. Neither.
You gotta pick one.
But oh
Witcher or Dark
man.
Souls?
I mean, Witcher, you could at least still have a life. Yeah, you'll probably still die to sepsis or some junk, or be cursed. But to be honest, there's a decent amount of more people living.
If going back to that last question about Wish, so Robert said I'd go with Wish just because how much I would break the world. Falcon said, I mean, I kind of did break the world with my last Wish.
Mm.
You did. It was good though. Robert said you close your eyes, go to sleep, and end up waking in the Warhammer fantasy world.
Oh God, no, no, thank you. Oh, or the Warhammer 40k universe? No. Mm-mm.
Would you rather DM forever or never DM again?
DM forever.
DM forever. Same.
Because then I know at least I can get some people to play. Okay. What's my equipment?
Falcon Omega said Warhammer or Warhammer 40k. Warhammer, you def have a better life than Warhammer 40k.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, because in Warhammer 40k, guess what happens when you die?
I have no idea.
Soylent Green.
Oh, ew, gross. Nope, no thank
You
you.
eat your neighbor. Ama nama nama nama.
Warhammer Fantasy can be rough, but it's nowhere near as bleak as 40k.
Yeah, that's some bleak stuff.
Would you rather play a pacifist bard or a murderer hobo monk? Murder hobo.
I've never played a bard.
Corpse star. I play bards a lot, but being a pacifist bard.
Could do. Okay, so I have several paths ahead of me. I could try and do the long way around.
Robert says pacifist bard. It's kind of challenge, but bards can't be versatile.
Yeah, they can be.
I did once play a bard that only did cast their spells as a rock. That was fun. Decent. No.
That was dumb of me.
Especially in Pathfinder Remastered, is Robert's new favorite fantasy.
Oh yeah, Pathfinder 2 or 2E. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I haven't really gotten a group to go along with it per se.
Would you rather DM? Oh no, I already asked that question. I realize I just asked a question about bards, and I'm playing a bard in our current campaign.
Yes.
But I like playing a bard. Unless I have.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't do that. You like your chaos too much.
I am a chaos gremlin.
Okay. I do not have any ranged. I keep forgetting to get that. Oh.
Take a 5-minute break.
Let me...
No, you can't take a 5-minute break right now. You're being attacked.
Yep. Let me get out of the way of the giant bird. Jump, jump. No, jump up on the rock. Up on the rock. Up on the rock. Up on the rock. Jump on the rock. Jump on the rock. Jump on the rock. Ow, 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 ow. A little bit faster. Ow, 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 ow. Little bit fast. Okay, well, you deserved every bit of that. Yes, I am. Because I forgot there were people right there. Actually, I didn't die, which is weird. Because I should have died. So I'm stuck between a bird, a death bird, and 4 guys that also want me dead. Yes. Do I really need the item that's up there? No, not really. Boop. Boop. Yoink. I'm down here real quick.
That's a giant rat.
Yes, they are. Ow.
Holy cow.
Ow, 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 ow. Back off, back off, back off. Did you know that originally the giant rats weren't supposed to have this much health? They were really just, like, testing a coding thing. And they thought it was funny, so they just kept it in. So now they forever have that much health. They are the beefiest rats in any game. Treasure chests. Yeah, that'll be this room right here.
Okay.
Right? Let me loot this thing. And then go back in here, because nothing should attack me. Alright, I will...
Alright guys, we are going to take a 5-minute break. We will be back in just a few minutes with more D&D questions for Grim.
Pause. Hello, folks. I'm back. Peach isn't back just quite yet, but I am at least back. Starfinder's a pretty good one to run for. That's for sure. I've done a couple of their games. I did one with a play on, what was it? Peter Pan. No, that's a death trap. This way, I think. Let's see here. What am I doing? Survive this nonsense. Okay, wolf boys, go. Go past all these guys. Let the wolves just do all the distraction. Oh, the wolves are being turned off. That's not good. Yeah. As I could touch the grace, I'll be fine. And I am not popping off enough damage. Yeah, Starfinder 2E does sound like it'll be fantastic. How is that gonna go for you? I think I broke it. Oh, that's right. I don't have any ranged weapons. Except for a knife! Which doesn't work all the way. Really need to get my faith up. It is amazing how much the enemies stay from falling off in this version compared to Dark Souls. I do miss that. Yeah. I really have nothing. Can you at least get like over here? There we go. Come on, keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, keep falling.
Are you dead yet?
Nope, not yet. Resting in the bonfire. And he disappears. Look at that. Amazing.
Grim didn't die yet.
No, not yet. I should do like Ashes of War or something on this weapon.
Okay.
I'll move closer to you. What Ashes of War do I have anyway? Yes, big disclaimer.
Let's do some more D&D questions. What is the weirdest character concept you have ever played?
Weirdest character concept I've ever played. Oh, it was a goblin who was a cleric of fire. who in the end, whenever he helps release an elemental of pure fire, like a greater elemental or primordial elemental of fire, and he was given a wish, like a miracle, he asked to be fire. So he was just a fire elemental goblin.
Okay.
And all he did was cause pure chaos. Literally, he set the world on fire. The other players hated him. Especially the one who wanted to play Groot. Hated him with a fiery passion.
I think, you're so punny. I think the weirdest one I've ever played, it's not really weird, but probably the most different one, it had to be the first one. So, I don't think that anyone was in here when we talked about the first one. The first character I ever played in D&D was a pixie, whose name was Biofuel Uber Waifu.
Such a weird name.
It was such a weird name. I didn't come up with the name.
I was like...
The other players in the game came up with the name.
Yeah.
And she rode around on a penguin. Literally, the penguin had like affixed a little saddle to his shoulder for her to ride around on. And the penguin, they found out eventually, was basically a god. So, that was fun. That was a fun one to do. No. The pixie sorcerer. Oh, Lord. Okay. Robert said, for me, that's an interesting question, as I don't go with weird janky builds, but the most out there was Mumra the Ever-Living, my mummy necromancer for Pathfinder Bloodlords campaign. He was in. They were in.
Yeah, I don't normally go for out there builds either. I just try to play something. But I think that night I just did not care.
How do you come up with your character voices?
I'm not really great with voices.
I'm
really
not
not.
either. I feel like everything I voice is a southern twang too.
I don't really do voices.
You do one though that I
You hate, I know.
that I hate with a fiery passion.
And I used to not do voices at all. I used to run D&D more so like a book. Where I would describe the rooms and stuff like that, and it described everybody's voices per se more so than anything else.
Yeah, I feel like if you can do voices, that's great, but I have one voice and it sounds pretty much like this most of the time, unless I am trying to get the attention of our children. And then it sounds it's
to a higher place.
Which is a little more forceful.
Well, who do we have here?
But
Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here.
not big on voices myself, but have my southern gentleman. I pull up my dwarf character.
This grafting.
I do have to say that your southern gentleman voice, in the
if you intend to
campaign,
challenge
the
Godric,
Strahd campaign was great.
I ask you call upon
Yeah, that
me.
was very fun.
The
We love
winds
that.
run foul with his deeds. I'm certain Father would permit
You
me aid
prefer
the fight.
playing characters like you or totally different?
Apologies, but I've idled long as fellow Tarn down whatever road.
To be perfectly honest, I just try to find weird builds. I always would like to go back to a necromancer build because I had so much fun with that in 3.5, but so far I've not been able to. And this guy's just gonna be right there at the door, isn't he?
I have a particular type of character I like to play, and that is that they are tall.
Yeah.
Like, just insanely tall, and I don't know why.
You really do like that very, very tall with high heels character.
And it's not like, because, like, I don't have my characters, like, say that they're dressed, like, in sexy outfits or anything like that. I just like tall characters.
With massive heels.
Yep. I myself am a tall person who wears tall heels.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I do like them to be like me.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to try different types of characters, so I go out of my way to make sure they're not me. For the most part, I don't want to play myself. Now, I will say my characters that I play are a lot more chaotic than I feel like I would be or that I feel like I am in real life.
Oh, I have a golden seed. I need to use that.
I do feel like though I'm kind of bardy because I go around and I just sing a lot. I would do it more while we stream, but we would get like copyright hits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get us a copyright strike.
Definitely not that.
Have you ever played a character who annoyed the whole party?
Yes, a few times. That was the goblin that wanted fire.
I have not.
Or
at least
Blorbo.
no one told me. I don't think the whole party is annoyed with Blorbo. I think that they love Blorbo. In a way that you love your like younger siblings who knows what button to push to make you go, oh my god, would you shush? You know?
Thank you?
They love you like they love their brother. What alignment do you find the hardest to roleplay?
None. None.
Neutral. True neutral.
I don't think that would be yeah, that's not that difficult to play. You don't really side with politics, or depending upon, you might not side with the local Gestapo, so to speak. You just like live your life. You do your own personal thing. It's not like chaotic neutral, but
Hey! Robert said for the last question, Beavis the Goblin Alchemist and Firework Crafter was in a Weeby Goblins game, so it was appropriate.
ooh,
I even did
those
the
are good.
Beavis voice for him, which is now their default Goblin voice.
Weeby Goblins, that's a fun one.
What is your favorite multi-class combo?
Oh, True Necromancer. Wizard, Cleric, True Necromancer. Perfect combo. Cutscene.
Cutscene time.
Which is
Mighty
this is like the first two-part boss
thou
too.
art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights.
All the fingers.
Well, alone tarnished,
Mr. Hansy.
plain as a lord.
Oh, that's so gross.
I command thee. I am the lord of all that is golden.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, we're gonna let Grim fight this.
Oh, I already lost like all my bonuses. Ow! That had a hard hit.
Where are we at?
Yeah, because this fight sucks.
At least you got some money to help.
Yes. I have an NPC, which is pretty dope on this fight. And somebody's doing a kind of like a dragonish thing with Scarlet Rot, which is good against this guy. This guy bounces around so much, though. Like a weird pinball machine. Oh, here he goes. He's triggering. Second cutscene. Delicious. Yes, you did.
Let's give Godric the Grafted a high five.
Right.
Like a high 45.
Wait for it.
Okay.
And now we fight that. All right.
I really don't want to give him a high five.
Okay, hey, that shield works pretty good. Take some of that. Oh, he procced something good. I might actually win this one first try. That guy's good. Awesome. And I hated fighting this guy on just a dual wielding bleed build.
Right.
That sucked so bad.
Demigod.
Yup. Yeah, he's this. Yeah, he was a demigod.
Okay.
There it is. Before I go anywhere else, to the round table.
All right. What is your biggest DM pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? A person who distracts the rest of the table.
Out of character things?
Yes, above table, and they literally ignore you for a really long time. That's a pet peeve of mine due to the fact of, yeah, I've seen it happen so much. And I'm not saying that, you know, you can't do out of chat or above table talking, you know, friends and family or whatnot, and you haven't seen them in a while. But when you're trying to actually do the game, it would be better if you just focus.
Robert said excessive phone use.
You've done well.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I do use my phone a lot.
Interpret the words of the fingers.
But that game gets derailed quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And also because I have it on
The fingers tremble.
my biggest pet
Welcome
peeve
you,
is
Shadbear.
someone who talks
Let their
over.
wisdom
You've muted it.
Yeah,
over
someone who
you.
talks over, or like not talks over me, but
Elden
keeps
Ring.
repeating the same things that I'm already
Root of
saying.
the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy.
By the way, that's the two fingers.
Oh, okay.
Two fingers.
Are you that you've done?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt her.
Let their wisdom wash over you.
What is the most
Great
broken
Elden
build you've ever seen?
Root of the Golden Order.
Oh, it depends on edition, I guess.
Wellspring
There have been numerous
of all
warlock
joy
paladin
until it was
builds
shattered.
that
The
could
tragic
deal
corruption of
200
the
damage in a
has
single
taken
round.
its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin.
For 5th edition or
Two pieces. Foul curses.
the new
and
cleric
misery spread.
divine intervention, in my opinion, kind of breaks some things because, hey, I can now cast Hollow as an action and cause everybody that's undead within a mile to receive vulnerability to radiant damage. That's kind of dumb.
Called to act.
I haven't seen a lot of broken ones except for in the Wednesday night game.
Is a handsome
But that one is like for people to try to
seek another
Yeah.
of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore.
Yeah. Or anytime my brother tries to create something, he usually tries to go for broken.
He tries to push the boundaries.
Yeah, if not more.
A remembrance of gold has found its way into demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are.
I want you to answer this one because this is one I think you do really
Should
well.
you wish
What do you do when a player is shy or hesitant to engage?
and you
What do I do? Oh, I try to call on them more often. To be perfectly honest, I try to, because like in my full-on in-person games, I will point at people to go, like, "Hey, I know you haven't taken a turn yet. What would you like to do? What do you like to do?" And I'll literally point at them or knife hand, because then it really puts them on the spot.
One of the things I like that you do in games is have us in an initiative order even when we're not like fighting, because then I just feel like it helps make sure everyone gets to do something.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'm more of a person that will just sit back and wait, kind of see what everyone else wants to do, especially if it's a game where I am basic like a seat filler. So a game where you have paid people, but maybe you didn't have enough for a full group to run, and so I'm in there just to be like a meat shield or a healer. I am not going to like say, "Hey, let's go do this, let's go do that," because I'm not paying you, right? Everyone else is, and it's not me. But it still is nice to be like, I can help like not push the party in any direction, but like, hey, we actually need to do something. Like, we can't just sit here, take a, five long rests.
Oh, welcome to the round. I teach.
We were in a game last night, and it's we're in a Curse of Strahd game. We're both players, and it's a new DM, and she's doing wonderful. She's doing awesome. But I feel like the group was just really scared of Death House. And they were having a little trouble getting going.
What do you say?
So I was like, alright,
Care to learn an incantation of the two fingers?
There's my ideal job, being a professional heal bot
Is a
for
work
paid
of Head's incantations bear no lineage from the... Very well.
Catch
A lot of times
flame.
I'm in, or at least listening in on Grim's like one shots, just like as a moderator. But it's fun. What is your favorite way to end a D&D session?
Like cliffhanger kind of style, or talking about?
May the golden order shine.
Sometimes I'll do cliffhangers, but again, I don't do those a lot. I do a nice little wrap up. It depends on just how it all goes, kind of thing. Just to be honest.
I sometimes like a cliffhanger. But I feel like it depends on the game too. So like in the Strixhaven campaign that you're doing, I feel like ending it at the end of the day is like a natural ending spot. But I feel like there are like sometimes like with like Curse of Strahd and things like that, ending on that cliffhanger.
Pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven
I know
to the
players don't
bone.
necessarily like it. Like I don't like it when you do
Pushing me
it to
about
me
like
in a
that.
game.
And after all
Do what? I'm sorry.
Leave me on a cliffhanger.
where did that
Yeah.
come
But I can see the
on me, would ya?
the reasoning behind it.
Godric, you filthy oh, this weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
This guy sells stuff too. What does he sell again? Stormhawk feathers. Co-op stuff. Nah, nothing I absolutely need at the moment.
At least we're not searching for
Yeah, I do need better, but I just need better all-around stats.
I like to end on cliffhangers, especially before fights. Agreed. Okay, do you pick your classes based on vibes or optimized stats? How do you pick what class you're going to play when you get to play?
Oh, I have like a character wheel in Pinterest of artwork, and I just go off of that, and then I pick a class accordingly.
Again, I think it depends on what we're playing. So for a campaign, I will like take some time and kind of decide, like what kind of vibes right with the campaign we're doing. But for a one shot, what is vibe based? So like, how does the campaign feel? Is everyone playing evil people? Are we all playing good people? Is it, Chaos Gremlins run amok?
Hello?
So like the Strixhaven game we're in, everyone's
My name
a
is
caster,
Hayata.
right? So I had to pick a caster.
And I'm journeying in search
So
of
it
the distant light.
immediately eliminates
If I
some
might be so
classes.
bold as to ask,
So
would you
it's a
donate
little
any
vibe
sugary
based.
grapes in your possession to
But
me?
one shots,
My eyesight has been weak since
I
birth,
will
you
open
see.
up
I
Charactermancer,
can't tell which way I'm
and
supposed to go next.
however many
But when
classes
I
are
eat one of those
available,
grapes,
because Grim has a bunch of
I can feel
classes,
a distant
I
light
will
in the back
roll
of my eyes.
a
It will lead
dice
me
for
to my
that
true
many
duty
and just take whichever
as
one
a
I get.
finger maiden.
Except for Artificer.
Many thanks to you.
I will not play
Now I can
Artificer,
feel the distant light once
and that
more.
is only because
You are
I
most
suck
kind
at playing
indeed.
Artificer.
May the blessing of the
I'm
fingers
horrible
be
at
upon
it.
you.
I'm so bad at it. I like more power to the
You
people
are most
who
kind.
can
May
play
the
an
blessing of the
Artificer.
fingers.
I am not one of them. That's vibe based, Robert. I try to craft characters that will fit in the world. That's vibe based. So if there isn't going to be a healer, I will default. Yeah. I also, for a one shot, will wait as long as possible to make my character, so I know what the party is missing.
Perhaps you could spare some
And so if I'm not going to just
I
chaos
studied
gremlin
Brimstone
roll it,
sorceries at the Academy of Rea
then I'll
Lucaria.
play something that they
For
don't
a
have.
small donation,
So
I'd be happy
fine.
to share my knowledge.
I'll make mine.
Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes.
Do you choose spells
I can
because
teach
they
you
sound
sorceries,
cool,
as promised.
or because they break action economy?
None of them are particularly.
Oh, because they sound cool. Depending upon the character vibe that I'm going with anyway. Oh, I gotta talk to that masked guy at the very
Falcon
beginning.
says I tried to play something I haven't played before. just to try out something new each time. That's cool too. I think I've played most things. I've not really ever played a wizard. And I played an artificer once and thought I was dying.
Perfect. Okay, I got that guy's quest. Now I have to go.
Lake facing cliffs.
Yeah. That's the guy, if you talk to him in front of the Rose Church, he gives you the means to invade other people's realms. And the fast leveling zone. If you can make it there alive.
For the spells part of it, so I usually will try to pick a spell that I think, like, I want like a good mix of them. So I want like some action, some bonus action, some reaction, so that I'm not just like, so that I don't have stuff I can't do, you know. So when Grim asks me, is that all you're gonna do? I can go, no, I'm doing this too. But in Grim's dungeon crawl game, I was a druid because we just ended a session of dungeon crawl. And so what Grim does with dungeon crawl is, like, every floor of the dungeon, you go up a level, right? So if you beat that floor, you get to level up.
If you survive.
If you survive, you get to level up. And so we were on the 20th level, so I was a 20th level druid. And the way that Character Mancer on roll 20 does druids is you just pick a ton of spells. Right? And so 20th level, I got 25 new spells. And I had so many already that I was just like, well, this one has a cool name, this one has a cool name, this is a cool name. And I was just clicking new spells because I didn't know what else to pick. It was almost overwhelming. And I didn't really like that. But I feel like if you're doing a druid on in in-person game, it's different. Not quite as you get a spell and you get a spell and you get a spell. Everybody gets a spell.
There we go. Now I have a lantern.
Do you stay in character all session, or do you drift in and out?
I try to stay. Best as possible, I try to stay. But, you know, things happen.
Well, it's different too when you're the DM.
Yeah. I'm about to die. Stop pushing me. I just want the map, guy. All I wanted was the map. I didn't die.
I've done the same thing, Robert. I feel like there's a trap of like, oh, this is a cool spell name, only to discover that the spell sucks. Have you ever seduced a villain in a game on purpose?
Yeah, in my dad's games. It was a dragon. I was a Kender. Enough said. I didn't want to die to a black dragon that was ancient. So I did the best option. Did a little hip jiggle. Wasn't expecting that to work.
Did a little hit.
Yep. Little hip jiggle did the trick.
Ooh, combat style question. Do you wait for your turn or press your move?
I prep ahead of time. I prep ahead of time just because I know for a fact it will speed up combat to no end.
I try to,
I had it.
but it almost never fails that whatever I have prepped that I'm gonna do, whoever goes before me does something that makes what I'm about to do completely irrelevant. So
I mean, that'll happen too, sure.
Yeah.
But
And that when I've like, let me rephrase that. It usually is only when I'm past her. Oh, laggy there.
did we?
Yeah. Do you ask, can I do this, or do you just roll and let the DM panic?
Both. I do both.
I think for you that depends on who you're.
Yeah.
I tend to ask always, can I jump across the river?
I've never got that one before. Usually I'm paying attention to where I'm going.
More power to you, Falcon Omega. I cannot play an artificer to save my life. I'm so bad at it.
I think this is where I need to go.
Usually good etiquette to ask before you.
Yes, you should technically ask before, but to keep a new DM on their toes, I just do it. Nope.
The campaign we're in on Friday nights is the only one.
Yup.
But you've asked her to.
Yeah, I will sometimes. Sometimes I just roll it. Like, I know my turn's gonna come up and I know I need a death save, so I just like pre-roll that.
Have you read the Player's Handbook cover?
Not the 5th edition one, no. Now, earlier editions, so whenever I started playing, I was 10, and to actually start playing, because we, Jeremy, brother and I, we found out about D&D, and we would beg and beg to play, but my dad's like, no, you gotta know the rules first. We can't just, like, let you ramshot into that. So, here's the Player's Handbook. Read it. Memorize it. And then we asked the DM, and he's like, oh, here's the monster manual, here's the DM's guide. Memorize those.
But you guys did, though. I mean,
We did do that.
why you have such a vast... You kind of did that with me, and I was like, I'm not reading this whole thing.
No, I told you not to.
Yeah. I mean, our daughter, like, she's 9 and she wants to play. So we're trying to get her to, like, read some of it.
It happens.
But she's also...
Yeah. The earlier editions also, you know, came chock full of random tidbits of knowledge, too. Like, you know, fun facts. Like fall damage and how a flight attendant or a flight stewardess was able to survive falling over 2 miles.
Okay, we're going to go back to some of the questions at the very beginning. That I was asking before tonight. Grim.
There you are. You claimed a great
What
room
was your
and
first
had your audience
D&D
with the
character?
2 fingers at the round table.
Oh, we're just redoing.
Well, because there's
your
more people in
impression?
now.
Oh yeah. I guess nobody
There
was
was
in.
nobody in here when we started. So what was your first D&D character ever?
That was Wingover
Your
in
intuition
2nd edition.
serves you well.
He was
My
a
doubts
cleric.
had been
Again, I almost said
piling up.
Sagittarius Centaur.
The words of the 2 fingers cannot be trusted.
No,
Truly, naught but
he was a centaur.
random senile delusions. I believe that when the Elden Ring
But
was shattered,
no, he was a
the 2
cleric.
fingers were corrupted.
I think he made it up to level 8 in 2nd edition, which is pretty good, because 2nd edition could really horrifyingly maim you.
Mine was the pixie,
Oh, I
the
have a
bipedal
gift
uber
for
watcher
you.
pixie.
Something fit only for the wise.
What is the wildest thing a player has done in one
A
of
means for
4 campaigns?
circumventing the draw of the 2 fingers. Give it a try, won't you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you, my lambkin.
Let's go with the most recent one. Most recent, somebody was trying to eavesdrop on on NPCs. So the player was trying to eavesdrop on some NPCs who were just checking out some books in a school library. They overheard them. The player freaked out, didn't really know what to do, so she just pushed all of the bookshelves onto these NPCs and ran. As these NPCs slowly, one died, being suffocated to death underneath books, while the other one barely made it out alive. It was pretty bad.
It's pretty wild.
Yes.
That is a game, though, where chaos reigns supreme. It is chaotic, and it is awesome, and I love it. It did escalate very quickly.
Very rapidly. Oh my god, did it escalate.
The wildest thing that I've seen done in a campaign, again, way back in that Curse of Strahd one, where the guy, first of all, split the party and just walked into the fog, and died. And then we had to find his, doll so that we could bring him back alive. And then, in that same campaign, that same character at the winery screamed at Strahd.
Oh god, yeah.
And started the whole "Tree Blights will kill you all" campaign. What is your favorite D&D class to play?
That was the true next. Yeah, I will definitely go for it.
I'm still waiting for you to.
Oh, this person has pigtails. Yeah, I really want to. There you go. Come on.
Robert, I will always be proud of the moment when I first got out of a hill giant encounter by giving them 2 tubs of lube to help with their marital issues.
No, I'm literally... This is a PvP match. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. Just the whole point of this one is to slightly die. I'm fine with that. But I would like to give them a challenge. Now, what was...
Robert said, I will always be proud of the moment when my party got out of a hill giant encounter by giving them 2 tubs of lube to help with their marital issues.
Oh, okay.
Love that.
Okay.
Grim's favorite class.
Was it tubs or kegs?
Tubs. It said tubs. Grim's favorite class is Necromancer, and I'm waiting for him to bring out the Necromancer. My favorite D&D class to play is a Wild Magic Barbarian. I like to just wail on things. It's fun. Favorite monster to throw at your players?
Like I said before, like a mimic, but to be honest, more thought. Oh, hi guys. How are all of you? We're just gonna go up into this room here. I fell off the ledge! I totally forgot about the elevator. Oh god. I can't believe I did that.
Gravity's a bitch.
But I did get them to fight the big guy, so that's kind of funny. But man, I fell off that ledge so hard.
This is right.
Oh, I lost all my runes.
I think it was you that said it earlier, Falcon. Gravity is the worst enemy in this game.
Yeah. I mean, what I used to do in Dark Souls 1, since I broke that game to no end, I literally had a character named Pinata. So whenever somebody would invade me, I would send them a private message of, hey, find me, and you win a prize. And I would find the worst spots to go try and find me. Like on a ledge, you have to really go hopping to me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I'd hide behind a bunch of enemies and stuff. And once they actually did find me, I would just fall off the ledge. Because they couldn't kill me. I would fall off the ledge, I would instantly die, and I would give them 900,000 souls.
Wow.
That was the Pinata. And I was never flagged for cheating because, again, I gave them 900,000 souls.
Falcon says that would be hilarious. I agree.
But monsters, I mean, the tried and true dragon is always fun. If you do it right. But if, like, you hand your players 4 sessions prior, anchor of, what was it? It was an anchor of binding. If you hand them an anchor of binding, you're just going to have a bad time as they literally lasso the dragon on the foot and just activate it, and it becomes a immovable rod, and the dragon just is stuck in midair. Then you no longer have a dragon fight, you have a whoopee cushion in the air.
My favorite monster is a mimic. I love it. Especially in the game that I run in person. So the game I run in person is called Toytopia. And all of the NPCs, all of the well, actually all the NPCs too. All the PCs are toys. And so in one of the first sessions, the toys had to sneak into the dad's office. So they're toys for like these 2 twins. They're like 5-year-old twins. And they just sneak into the dad's office. And one of the PCs was convinced that the giant paperweight on the dad's desk was a mimic. And he was doing all these checks and everything, and like it wasn't a mimic. It wasn't supposed to be a mimic. It was supposed to make him think it was. Right? It definitely wasn't though. And so I lured them into a false sense of security, and then they got struck by a mimic. That was like a stapler remover or something.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Robert says, I'm fond of basilisks, and honestly anything that alters the players.
Ooh, basilisks are good. Or, one of my favorites was, I showed it to you the other day. It's from Pathfinder. It's D&D 3.5 did it. Where am I going here? Where are the people at? Seriously, where are the people at? Oh, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any rate, it was that demon wasp spider thingy. Can I loot this wall here? No.
Yeah, the demon spider wasp.
Yeah, that lays eggs inside of players and they burst forth as more demon wasp hornets. That's going to be painful when I fall.
Falcon said, I like the holders. They give so many options for fighting players with, or to mess with them and make it a good guy.
Oh yeah, there's always that. You could also change up and customize beholder spells and eyeballs.
One of my favorite things that Grim ever bought for me is I have a pink beholder keychain. And a matching bigger one that's on my desk. Not my office, but I have a pink beholder. It's ask me about it all the time, and I'm like, oh, it's a monster from D&D, and they're like, oh, well, it's really cute. I'm like, well, it's not supposed to be. Like, it's the actual game, like a whole.
And it really has put me in the back. Hello. Oh, nice. Oh, you got the blood dagger. That's a good one. Yeah, that's gonna end me real quick. I have no defenses for that. That's totally fine.
All right, some silly off-the-wall questions. You're trapped in a dungeon with only one snack. What snack would it be?
You. Ah.
I'm not a snack.
A whole darn meal.
Okay. Watch yourself.
Okay.
Actual edible food snack.
Hero's Feast.
Give me a snack in the real world, too.
Oh. Hero's Feast.
If we're talking like a snack from the real world, Falcon, like
I'm glad that you're enjoying my gift. I knew it from the very
if we're talking about a snack from the real world,
I wish to anoint you
my
a
favorite thing are
proper
pretzels.
inductee. A knight
Specifically
to
dog
serve Luminary Moog, the Lord of Blood, and
Serve the Moog.
dynasty. Luminary Moog has strength, vision, and of course, love. So, what do you say, my lambkin?
Yeah, cut off my finger.
Who would have it any other way? Now, take this for your final trial. Soak the cloth
Oh, that's
with
right.
a maiden's blood. Normally, this ritual would involve killing one's own maiden and recanting the wisdom of the two fingers. But since you are maidenless, the blood of anyone's maiden will do.
Right. Okay.
Which
God, I
one
gotta
of
do
you,
that.
so it's talking about the two of us, which one of us would survive a zombie apocalypse? Grim?
Sure. I think we'd still end up both being dead. The zombie
if
apocalypse.
one of us was going to survive, it would be Grim. Okay. Grim is ex-military. He knows how to shoot. He knows how to, like... He doesn't hunt, but he knows how to do those things. Right. I don't. Nor have I ever had to do those things. Well, I've hunted.
Hey, there's a little sign of grace here.
But I feel like my method of killing, like, I'm good with a bow and arrow. I don't feel like that would be an effective method.
No, it's actually pretty good if you watch The Walking Dead.
Military training would be quite useful when you're not.
At least the first aid. Need that. Pardon me, Dragon Boy.
Yeah, I think you would have a better chance of surviving. The way you would probably die in a zombie apocalypse is trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. Falcon said bow and arrow would be good for stealth.
And it doesn't blow out your eardrums. Because that's what firearms do. That's why you have to wear ear pro. Or you slowly go deaf. Or rapidly go deaf, depending on the firearm.
What's your chaotic alignment?
Chaotic alignment in real life? Probably neutral, to be perfectly honest. Where am I going?
I would say
Where am I going? Oh, there's a site of grace there. That'd be
Robert said,
helpful.
to be fair, is on the console.
Yeah, the military already has a book for it. They've had it since like the 70s. It's been updated, of course. But it's meant to handle all sorts of... I'm in the wrong direction. Okay.
Who's more likely to accidentally summon a demon?
On accident?
Yeah.
You.
Why?
On accident, you.
I mean, in a game, maybe. In real life, no.
Because I would do that shit on purpose. Stuff on purpose. Sorry.
Robert said when I worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield, even we had procedures on zombie bite claims. That's incredible.
That is hilarious.
I love that.
Okay, need to go up here. Past all these guys. Pardon me.
If you turned into your current or most recent character, what's the first thing you would do?
Well, the most recent one is Blorbo, the Everlasting. So
Blorbo is a giant turtle. I used to know someone who was terrified of the zombie apocalypse. It was kind of hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother had a plan for that, too.
I know. He told me about it.
Yeah. You tell anybody about that thing.
Like, this is what you and John need to do if it happens. Okay, chill. So what's the first... So, Blorbo is a giant turtle. What's the first thing you would do as Blorbo?
Bite you, since he's a Dampier now.
That is true. His giant turtle is a dampier now.
Man, finding that key is so much easier than the first time I went around through this place. Oh, God. I went all the way around.
If I was my character from my game last night, at this point in the story that we're in, I would try to make sure you were okay because you got a house full of
Right.
But if I'm Peachtree Brightfolk from Strixhaven, we all know the first thing Peachtree Brightfolk is doing is pouring everyone's tail. The tail is black.
Right. She still has a mystery that she hasn't solved.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, hi. Those are bats.
I was going to talk to the teacher after class, and then he sent us all away because, like, we
You should have said
almost
something.
died. I almost died.
Should have said something.
We'll get it figured out. We got lots of time.
Yeah, there's a whole funeral coming up.
There's a funeral.
I already told you about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, you guys dropped a bookshelf on a player. Oh, NPC. Not player.
I did not drop a bookshelf on anybody. I was safely tucked away in my dorm room.
Okay, here comes the Frenzy Flame stuff. Right here.
However, I am proud of our bookshelf dropper.
Mm-hmm.
Falcon said, yeah, we accidentally killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Falcon and I did nothing. Kill the person. Actually, didn't Falcon try to get the bookshelf off of him? Or was that someone else?
Yes.
Yes.
Towards the end, Falcon came in to save the day.
dice decided only one of them could live.
Yeah, those dice were really against you all. Oh my god.
My dice were against me last night. I rolled 3 out of like 6 attack rolls. I had 1 attack roll hit. And 3 of them in a row, I rolled the same thing. It's bad night for the dice. Dice gods were angry with me. Personal life question. How did PeachandGrim
It was a whisper.
started with a whisper? Talking to the poor Aldi, breaking both his arms on the first day of class. How about Al? It's so unlucky.
Yeah. That poor guy. Hmm? Javish Stoutclaw. Yeah, I think it was Javanish, something like that. Yeah, the lady that y'all, beat, killed, was Aurora. She's the best emo singer in Waterdeep. So that's gonna be fun.
We're both bards. There can only be one.
That's not how that works.
I know.
It's not Highlander rules.
Was the best, you mean?
Oh, right.
Was the best. No, so Grim and I met.
Crap.
It did start with a whisper, actually. There used to be an app called Whisper. And Whisper lets you, among other things that we did not use Whisper for, it lets you anonymously complain about things or anonymously like post whatever.
Yeah.
And
It's because the other things, it's no longer a thing.
yeah, because the other thing. And so I used to tell her because I thought it was funny. And I was scrolling through one night, and there was
I am not feeding this guy.
There was a post on there that said, I just want someone to watch a movie. And it was Grim. And I was like, oh, this person's only like half a mile away from me. Because it wouldn't show you like who they were, but it would show you how far away they were from you. I was like, so this person's in Green. And so I responded to it and basically said, oh, I just want someone tall to cuddle up and watch a movie with. And then Grim messaged me and asked if 6'5" was tall enough. And I said, yep, that'll do. And so we just started talking on the chat on Whisper. Oh, God. I'll get to what Falcon just said in a second. But it's funny. But so we talked for like 2 months on this app. Then he convinced me to give him my phone number. And then about a month and a half after that, we actually met in person. And that was it. I was hooked. So, he was pretty great. So Falcon said was the best you mean. And then turns out she's actually a lich. And she returns for revenge after her funeral. Don't give him ideas. Don't worry. If he does that, though, I won't tell anyone it was me.
No, I already have plans for Aurora and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Go back to the Travelers for right now. But no, I already have something written up for Aurora.
You're right. Day 2 is when he brings in Slads.
Oh, Slods.
Oh, is that what that is?
Slods. Slods are demonic. Well, they're not demonic. They're chaotic frogs.
Robert said, as bad as what you did sounds, it pales in comparison to the time my Dark Heresy group wiped out a group of orphans. To be fair, they were dancing in a circle around one of our members and chanting in a tongue none of us understood. Better safe than sorry in Dark Heresy. Long story short, the children were a part of a ritual that kept the keeper of secrets away. By killing the kiddos, we unleashed everything.
Yeah.
It didn't help we used.
Wow. Yeah, that's Dark Heresy for you.
The slide hits you.
My lamb.
Save or be turned into a slide
You've
as well.
completed your
that sounds
final
horrible.
trial.
It depends on the slot. So sometimes they turn you into a slot, or other times they have a slot burst out of your chest.
Assist Luminary Moog, the Lord of Blood, in the establishment of
Okay.
a new dynasty. Now,
Note
give
to
me
self.
your finger.
Run away
This
from the
noble
slots.
blood
Got it.
will be an immutable badge of honor once it settles inside of you.
Cut off my finger! I like the meaty crunch.
I'm not listening to you.
Clench your teeth or something.
You clench your teeth or something.
Never forget that feeling of agony, for it is what binds you to Luminary Moog, to all of us.
What is your
You
favorite
have the
date
sweetest
night
scream.
activity?
My
Sorry.
lambkin.
Beat that.
Favorite date night activity?
Like a weird traditionalist. Dinner and a movie.
Yeah. I like,
Sometimes going to a bookstore.
we do a lot of dates work.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I
need
like
to
when we
talk
go
to
to,
you should have this.
like, the farm.
Oh, yeah.
All granted by the new Mogwin dynasty, with the power to grant audience
Those are fun
with
too.
Luminary Moog.
If we're staying at
I've
home,
gone out of
it's
my
like
way
video
to
games
provide one to you.
Yeah.
like ordering,
But you
like,
mustn't use it just yet.
or ordering
The
from like
meeting
our
must
favorite
wait
restaurant in town.
until the Mogwin
If we're gonna go
dynasty
somewhere, it's
commences.
either a movie or a
Luminary
show,
Moog yet
and
slumbers
dinner,
beside
for sure.
the divinity. We must endure a little longer.
Inventory, use. The badge he told me not to use, immediately use.
What is your? Oh no, I'm sorry. Who cooks better? Me. PeachandGrim.
I'm gonna say you since you do most of the cooking.
I'm gonna say this isn't really a fair question because the things that Grim cooks are things that I cannot cook. Like, if we're gonna have burgers, Grim is cooking burgers, and I can't cook a burger. It falls apart. I don't know why. I'm horrible at it. Or I like never cook it. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
either burn
don't
it or
understand that either.
It's raw in the middle. There is no in between. It's either burnt or raw. Like the things that Grim makes are things that like I don't cook well. And the things that I make, I think Grim could probably make if he wanted to. But I just usually make them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
There it is.
I like burgers medium rare. And Grim like cooks them perfectly every time. But for whatever reason, when I try to cook them, they are either still bleeding in the middle. And I mean like really, like they're still like raw in the middle. Like the outside will be cooked and the middle will be raw. Or they are completely and totally burnt. Grim has showed me how to do it. Grim has watched me do this.
Nope.
and
Wrong direction.
It's the same every time. So.
Come on, give me my horse back. It got desummoned because I was being invaded by a white mask. I went the wrong path. I went down the wrong path. I was supposed to go this way, not the other way. Yeah, kill me. Oh, wow, I didn't die. That's, amazing. That's wild. That I did
Grim
not
also
die.
comes up with, like, way more, I feel like, creative.
Yeah, I get bored. I get bored when I cook.
Oh.
So I just, like, experiment.
You were bored of my cooking.
No! That is not what I meant at all. No, I get bored when I cook, so I just come up with things.
So, like, we had, what was it, like, the mac and cheese. It was, like, mac and cheese and...
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork. And it was delicious.
Just need to make this one and there.
Morning person or night owl? Grim is a night owl.
Yeah. Am I still being invaded?
I am a morning person. 100% morning person. Yay, the good level up area. Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole point of me coming here. Is I could level up, like, while not live. Because I don't want to bore everybody.
What I think is really funny, too, is, like...
Oh, crap, I didn't do that right.
Our kids are... like almost an exact perfect mix of like what we are is like like our baby is morning like morning time he's ready to go.
Oh, there's that invader.
Our middle child is a night owl. He does not want to go to bed. He thinks that it is the worst thing on the planet, and then he hates to get up in the morning.
Oh god, yeah, he hates it.
He absolutely hates getting up in the morning. Our oldest child though doesn't want to go to bed, but also like wants to get up super early. So perfect mix.
Okay, now that I have this place unlocked, to the round table, so I can buy a bow.
What do you do when you're not gaming or DMing?
Breathing. Work. Prepping for another game, D&D game, that sort of thing.
No, that counts as like D&D. We're not doing anything video game or D&D related.
Work.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out with the kids. We have 3 kids and 2 dogs, so if we're not doing D&D or playing video games, we are chasing after one or all 5 of them.
That's useful.
Robert said being a young night owl sucks. Kids need to go to bed by 8. Whoever came up with that clearly never met me. Spent so many childhood nights sitting in my bed.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the kid. Like, I think you have to kind of tailor it to the kid.
I read books, so...
Like, our baby likes to get up early, and he likes to go to bed early. And that's what he wants to do. Like, and we know, but then the good thing is if he sleeps in, we know something's probably wrong. Like this morning he slept in, and he didn't feel good all day. But we could tell before we even got him out of bed that something was probably wrong because he was sleeping in. Our middle child, I think, would sleep until 10 or 11 o'clock if we didn't try to wake him up. But then he like wants to play with his toys like when he goes to go to bed.
Yeah.
We at some point usually have to go up there and be like, okay, Damien, it's like 10 o'clock and you have to like lay down and try to sleep. And then our oldest child, she is a fear of missing out kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to figure out a bow that I can wield without like a lot of decks.
So she wants to stay up as late as humanly possible. She wants to get up as early as she possibly can. And then she will try to convince you that she's not exhausted. So we have to set a pretty good like routine with her so that she will actually sleep.
Wait. Do I have... I got an idea.
So when Grim is not gaming or DMing, or working, he's usually hanging out with the kiddos. Same here. When I'm not gaming or DMing, or working, I work a lot. I work too much sometimes. I also usually. So. Grim works in the wonderful world of IT, and I am a college professor.
You still need decks. Crap.
So during the school year, when school's in session, I work way too much. Ooh, here's a good one. What was your dream job when you were a kid?
That all depends on how old I was.
What was your first dream job?
From what my parents tell me, it was to be a gas pumper.
To be a gas pumper?
Mm-hmm. You know, the people at the gas station that would actually come out and pump people's gas.
Okay.
And then it was a cop, I think.
My dream job as a kid, my first ever dream job was to be a princess. I quickly realized that the country I live in does not have those. And it was probably not going to happen. And so then I wanted to be a teacher. And that changed a whole lot over the years, and then I became a teacher eventually. Robert's dream job was to be a paleontologist. Oh, that's cool. I went to South Dakota like 6 or 7 years ago, and there was this, it's called like the Mammoth Site, and it's an active dig site where all of these mammoths, there was this like giant lake, and these mammoths would try to go in to get a drink of water out of this lake, and they would all fall into the lake, and then they couldn't get back out. And so there's just tons of mammoth, like full mammoth bones, full sets of mammoth bones. It's really cool.
So, I don't have the decks to do a bow.
Do you have any hidden talents? While you think about that, Falcon wanted to be a pilot. They got diabetes at that time. They weren't allowed to pilot planes.
Yeah.
By the time they allowed it, he was already working full time. That stinks that you weren't able to do that. Being a pilot would be cool. I would have to be not afraid of flying.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing that you need.
I mean, I can fly in a plane, but like, I don't particularly.
Yeah, I only need a 14 dex for that.
So any hidden talents?
I can curl my tongue. You say that's a hidden talent?
Well, it's a thing that like it's a hereditary thing that a lot of people can't do. I can't. One of our children, 2 of our kids can curl their tongues, and one of them can't. The baby can.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's neat. I just want to see how much damage I can do to these things. Not a lot.
Falcon wants to be a fighter pilot for the Air Force, but my dad wanted to fly planes in the Air Force, but when he was 15, he had a saw go through his knuckle on one of his hands. And he has an artificial knuckle on one of his hands. And so he can't bend the finger on that hand all the way. And so he can't hold on to, I want to say the steering wheel, and I know that's not what it is in a plane. The thing that you fly with. He can't hold on
the
to
yoke.
thank you, the yoke. Um, so he never got to do that. And then he wanted to join since he couldn't do that, he wanted to join the army, but he found out he couldn't do that properly. He can hold a gun, but he can't like quickly do the things that he needs to do with guns, military-wise.
Yeah, you have to have a hand strength or a squeeze strength of some sort.
He literally just can't do that because of how he when he makes a fist, he has a finger that can't bend down all the way.
Oh yeah, this chick doesn't sell arrows. I have to go someplace else to buy arrows.
Hidden talents for me. So Grim can curl his tongue. Probably a thing that most people don't know about me, except for some close friends and Grim, in my family, is that I play the piano.
Once
I've played the piano since
well,
I was
you're
5.
back.
So quite a while now. I don't play in front of people anymore, except for Grim and the kids. But I am a concert pianist.
Goodbye.
Coffee or tea?
I'd rather do tea. Not a big coffee drinker unless I have a decent creamer in there.
I think so. I'm coffee. I could drink coffee all day. Falcon says anything I could put sugar into. 100%.
Boop. Works
like
every
tea,
time.
But
I like it.
I like chai tea. But if I can drink coffee, tea is very relaxing. I agree. All right, last question of the night. Because it's getting late where we are. What is your go-to comfort food?
Barbecue. Barbecue's good.
Grim is a barbecue lover.
Ow.
Grim was stationed in
Georgia.
in the army. My go-to food, my go-to comfort food is one of two things. Either my mom's lasagna. Better than all other lasagna. Die on that. Or
Ooh, I almost went off the ledge there. I did go off the ledge.
One of them came after you.
Took that guy with me. I don't know if I got the points for it, but I took that guy with me.
Yeah, so Grim's barbecue. I like lasagna. Pasta salad.
But you do like it.
Robert's go-to comfort food is pizza.
I missed that.
We have to
Right there.
attempt to reduce the amount of
Yeah.
because of the medical condition that I have.
Yeah.
We have to kind of cut back on the pasta or switch to other kinds of pasta. It's not a no gluten situation. I'm not like that.
It's not great.
It exacerbates something that
Yeah.
I already have. So that's fun. So a lot of my favorite things like pasta and pretzels I don't get to eat much. because I'm losing my voice, Robert. Sorry. I've been fighting a cold all day. My voice is about gone. But I think, though, that's where we're going to have to wrap it for tonight. Tomorrow, though, we will be back. Probably playing some Baldur's Gate 3.
Probably.
Because it's Sunday night. Sunday night is a great night to fight alongside Karloff.
Yeah, now that we actually have Karlock,
Yes.
and I figured out what was going on with our weird inventory problem.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, our inventory. Like, we couldn't buy or sell anything.
Yeah, that was weird.
So, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us, guys. For everyone. And
I messed that up.
we will catch you in the next one.
Yep. I forgot to hit the buttons.
You did forget to hit the button.
I forgot to hit all the buttons.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good